Hi, this is Patrick Conrad, and we're going to be discussing Chapter 1, the paralegal profession. This chapter will give you an introduction to some of the lingo and the opportunities and some of the ins and outs of the profession itself. I've also provided a good video advice I would give my younger paralegal self that I recommend you watch, and you'll be using that in the discussion topic. Okay, so let's get going. What is a paralegal? Well, it's a person qualified by education, training, or work experience who's employed or retained by a lawyer, law office, corporation, governmental agency, or other entity who performs delegated, substantive legal work under the supervision of an attorney. Now, it can be what a paralegal actually does day to day may vary within the office or what kind of setting they're in. But the important thing to remember is it's substantive, meaning you can do legal research, legal writing, but it always has to be under the supervision of an attorney. And that's an important point. Remember, you are not going to be a lawyer. If you're a paralegal, you'll be reporting to a lawyer and doing what they tell you to do. It really helps protect you. Okay, paralegals will have a variety of tasks, including assisting attorneys in the delivery of legal services, from initial client interviews to preparing documents to creating trial presentations, and analyzing legal materials for internal use, collecting and analyzing data, and creating explanatory materials for the general public. Reviewing specialized materials such as medical records or assisting with intellectual property claims creation. So there's a lot of stuff you do, and it can be very fun. Here's some of the key paralegal skills. Okay, you need to have strong oral and written communication skills. You have to use the English they teach you in English 101 and 102. And business communication, know what you might be using with your friends. You have to use proper writing, citation. Citation is just saying where you got some information, grammar techniques, and document preparation. So if you're weak in those areas, you need to brush up. I would also, get your keyboarding skills up so that you can be a little bit faster. You have to commit to projects. Resourcefulness, perseverance, and analytical skills are very important. And will help you develop them in this program. Empathy and cultural sensitivity towards others is very important. If clients are paying your bills, you want to be able to relate to them and be sensitive to them so they continue giving you their business or giving the lawyer their business. Huge growth opportunities for paralegals in this country. The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics projects an increased demand within the profession and its occupational outlook, meaning it's a growing field. They're always hiring more people. Salaries vary, but the median salary for paralegals outpace the median wage for all occupations. Yeah, that's pretty, fuzzy. Right. According to Indeed, the average salary right now in the New Orleans area is about $57,000 a year. Pretty good. Billable rates for paralegals are lower. An attorney will bill his clients for every hour he spends or she spends on a case. But they will also bill for any time the paralegal spends. The paralegal rate is much lower, and that makes them much more affordable to have them do a lot of the work. Paralegals must be aware of firm billing practices, meaning you have to be sure that you're keeping track of the time you spend accurately on a case and how they work. What is considered billable, what is not considered billable. Okay, there are about 1,000 paralegal education programs, online, on-site, or hybrid option. Options include certificates, associate degrees, bachelor's degrees, master programs, and other specialized training. There's no one requirement. What I would recommend, and what employers are going to be looking for, is if you have an associate's degree or above in a different field, not related to law or paralegal, they want some sort of certificate to go along with it, or an associate's degree in paralegal study. There are some bachelor's and master's programs, but really it's coming down to more certificates in associates or bachelor's degrees. Different programs have different requirements for entry. We have the associate's degree here at Delgado, and we are adding a certificate program as well for legal assistant, which is kind of one step below paralegal. But if you have an associate's degree in an associate or any other degree in another field, the certificate might be the way for you to go. And you can contact me for them. There's no universal requirement for approval, but many programs are approved by the American Bar Association or members of the American Association for Paralegal Education. I've written proposals to get funding for our program to join American Association of Paralegal Education. Hopefully that will come through sometime soon. Plan for education and perfection of professional skills. General education courses are usually required in an associate or bachelor's degree program, as is ours. Then there's the legal specialty courses to explore areas of career interest. So those are going to be many of the USL courses: legal research, introduction to paralegal studies, legal writing, litigation, legal ethics, technology in the law office, and the practicum. Solid computer skills are an essential foundation regardless of the area of interest. So that's what we require: business computer applications and technology in the law. Okay, back once again, we go to these certificates, specialty certificate, Loyola, Tulane have those as well, but you have to have a bachelor's degree before you qualify for those. Okay, there are approved bachelor programs out there for paralegal studies, but not a whole lot. Many are now at the associate degree level, and for graduate program for other advanced degree. But if you're in this program, you're in the right thing. Okay, you should make a personal assessment. What are your skills? And set your goals. And if your skills aren't strong in an area, work on them. Explore areas of practice early. Try to get your feel for whether you like family law, criminal law, litigation. Assess your skills, interests, prior work experience. Another slide talks about some of the certifications you can get. These exams you can take. Nothing is to be better on your resume than you have some more experience in the legal field. Even if it's volunteer work. And there are places that do free legal aid, and they are always looking for volunteers. Or as you progress in this program and have some legal skills, you'll be more attractive to people who work part-time in their office while you can continue with your degree. And you should select electives to qualify to work in a specialty field. Right now, we have electives in cyber law, employment law, criminal law. I hope to get some going for family law soon, but we're not there yet. Selecting a specialty. Look at your background, your educational background, special interest, client population. You don't need to decide this today. And if you want to talk to somebody about it, you can always talk to me. And so, what brings you personal satisfaction? You're going to be spending a lot of time at work. So you might as well get a job that not only pays well, but you get some personal satisfaction. And then self-evaluate your likes, dislikes, and your passions. Assess your skills, assess your interests, and select electives to explore your areas of interest. Seems like we just have that slide. Okay, so qualifications, a combination of work experience and educational requirements. There, certification, there's no state certification in Louisiana. There are some national certifications. Those are completely optional. Those include the National Federation of Paralegal Association and National Association of Legal Assistants. Those are exams you take. And you will be qualified to take the exam after completing this program. But more importantly, what employers are really going to be looking for is work experience. So the exam certification is a good way to bounce up your resume if you don't have any work experience, or if you're going for a very competitive job, which are usually in litigation, for large law firms. Regulation of paralegals and legal assistants is a very hot topic in the legal and paralegal community. The biggest thing is to avoid the unauthorized practice of law, UPL. And this comes up all through the program, especially in legal ethics. State licensing discussions have occurred in a number of states, such as the state of Washington, Florida, and New Jersey. There they have the paralegals do more than they do here in Louisiana, and I've never heard of any licensing discussion here in Louisiana for paralegals. Some federal government agencies allow paralegals to represent individuals during hearings. I think sometimes they can be used in immigration court, things like that. Okay, so that's it for this lecture. Good luck on the quiz and be sure to participate in the discussion topic.